All right, let's talk about your energy bill. Did you know there is an organization, a program right now called Energy Impact Illinois? Energy Impact Illinois is an alliance of local government organizations, utility companies, and nonprofit groups formed with funding from the U.S. Department of Energy's Better Buildings Neighborhood Program, and the goal is to help homeowners lower their energy bills and create more comfortable homes by connecting homeowners with rebates and certified professionals who can conduct energy efficiency improvements. You didn't know that, did you? Well, joining me on the phone line right now is Daniel Olsen with this organization. Daniel, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Energy Impact Illinois.
Energy Impact Illinois, I'm actually a project manager with Energy Impact Illinois, and we're, like you introduced us, we're an alliance of government, nonprofits, as well as partnership with utility companies like ComEd, Nicor, Peoples Gas, and North Shore Gas. And we're working together and dedicated to helping communities become more energy efficient.
Okay, and so when you say you're dedicated to helping them, what does that dedication translate to?
Well, basically our goal is to provide the tools and resources for homeowners to take action. We know that energy efficiency in general isn't the most easy topic to understand, and most people don't have great familiarity with how your home uses energy, and we try to make that process easier.
Yeah, it's not sexy like a new countertop.
We're trying to make it sexy.
So you've got, it is Fashion Week. Kind of do something like that. In New York, It's Fashion Week. So
that's a great idea.
Tell me the kinds of kind of advice or guidance that you give homeowners. I mean, this is a program where you're using actual outside contractors, right? That you, my assumption is that you vetted to be able to come and help homeowners to, whether it's sealing air gaps or adding insulation. Is there part of this include like higher efficiency equipment as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We one of the reasons we're really excited about this program, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk with you is we have a limited time rebate that's available for our program that's working in partnership with the utilities, and we're bringing $1,750 in incentives to homeowners in the Chicago region to make energy efficiency improvements in their homes. Now, in general, most homes we're finding are about that need work will cost about $2,500. So a $1,750 rebate is actually a pretty good chunk of change at this point.
Right, absolutely. Can you give me some examples of? Well, let me ask you this: how long has the program been active?
Our program has been active for about a year and a half.
Okay, and how's the response been?
It started a little bit slow. I think if you remember, we had a warm winter last winter.
Right.
So energy efficiency wasn't really on the top of people's minds, but over the past year, it got a little bit colder, and people are really starting to take advantage of it. We've had over 1,000 retrofits to date working in this program.
Can you give an example of sort of what the typical retrofit is, what the typical investment for the homeowner is, what the typical rebate is, and the payback as far as, the sort of scenario?
Yeah, so basically what we focus on in our program is insulation first. That's basically the biggest bang for your buck, replacing or repairing insulation in your attic or your basement or your walls. And then we top that with air sealing. And most people don't really know what air sealing is, but that's basically fixing the holes and the cracks in your exterior of your home. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing we focus on. And through our program, we try to we actually have to get a 15% energy savings on the home as part of the program requirement. So that's where we start. But then we move on to other things like checking out your furnace, your boiler, or your air conditioner, seeing what state that is in, and then moving on to things like your water heater and the water heater pipes and other things in your home.
It's funny, you talk about insulation, bang for your buck. I get that question a lot from people when it comes to, my house is just cold, or, what's the single best thing you can do? And, I tell people all the time, boy, if you can only do one thing, adding more insulation to your attic space when done correctly is really the best place to start.
Absolutely. And we like to also tell people that the sort of second component to that is air sealing. Basically, if you think about it, it's sort of an analogy. It's like when you go outside in the winter and you're wearing your sweater, that does keep you warm to an extent, but what you really want is that sort of protective layer coat over it to work together with the sweater to keep you warm. And if you think about it like that, the same way with your house, the air sealing sort of that outer protective jacket that will keep you warm for the winter.
Now, you guys, just to be clear, the Energy Impact Illinois program, you are not the person or the people that are going to be doing this work.
No, we've actually worked with a number of partnerships through the utilities as well as the Illinois Home Performance Network, and we have hired contractors that are certified through a group called the Building Performance Institute, or BPI, and that's a national organization that focuses on home performance. And so by going through that and having our contractors go through that process, they're basically at the state of the art of knowing what is the best for your home and energy efficiency.
All right. Can you do me a favor? Can you hang on a quick second?
Sure.
Hang on, because when we come back, Daniel, what I want to talk to you about, or what I'd like you to describe, is when someone contacts you, sort of what the process is to get this whole thing rolling, and, you know, what the expectation is about when this work occurs or kinds of questions you're going to ask them, and sort of the whole process. So Daniel Olsen, he's a project manager with Energy Impact Illinois, a program that's out there to help you improve the energy efficiency and comfort of your home. We'll take a quick break and be back. You'll find inspiration at every turn. And the folks at Goods, it's 7:53 in the morning. Lou Manfredini here with you, the Mr. Fix-It Show in the Allstate studio on the 7th floor of the Tribune Tower. My guest is Daniel Olsen, who is a project manager with Energy Impact Illinois. And Daniel, before I took a break, we were talking about all the wonderful things your organization can help people do about saving money on their energy bills, both in the summer and the winter, meaning that, you know, in the winter we're going to conserve as much warm air that we're creating, and in the summer we're going to try and keep that cold air in our homes. But if someone contacts you through either your phone number or website that we'll give out, what's sort of the process to getting started?
Yeah, so we try to make it as easy as possible. Like we said before, energy efficiency is something that is fairly new to people lately, but we give you basically 3 easy steps. We want you first to call 1-855-9-IMPACT, which is our call center, and we have staff there at the call center who are able to first get a sense of what your home is like and some of the details of your home and figure out which of the programs you're able to apply for. And then if you do qualify for the single-family program that we have, what they're going to do is they're going to send out an energy assessor to your property, and they're going to do an audit of your home. And from that audit, you'll get a document that shows all the different types of improvements you can make on your home. Then you'll be able to go through. You can pick and choose what you want. We do try to get you to 15% energy savings to start. But then we're going to work with you as well from that call center to get you a contractor to come out and complete that work. And our rebate, which is, again, limited time at $1,750 for that project, is going to basically be applied automatically to your bill.
So, in other words, a contractor comes in and says, okay, Dan, you know, here's your house, and this thing's going to cost you $3,000 to do. Mm-hmm. And then the rebate, is it based on, in other words, is it a $1,750 flat fee, or, in other words, that gets taken off of the $3,000?
Yeah, on average, the Chicago region homes are about 2,500. We're finding.
Okay.
So we'll take that $1,750 off. Sometimes it'll be less, sometimes it'll be more. It depends on the type of house. Wow.
So it really, I mean, you could net out this thing, and it could only cost you a couple $100 potentially to do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is this, for people listening, you know, obviously older homes are probably more susceptible to air leaks, and, well, they are more susceptible to air leaks and inefficiencies, but even newer homes have problems.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. You'd be surprised. I think, like you said, on average in Chicago, most of our housing stock is actually built before 1950. Mm-hmm. So we really want to get back there and fix some of the insulation that may have gotten old or worn out over the years. But even in the newer homes, especially the ones even in the 1990s, weren't always insulated as properly as they should have been. So it's always good to have one of our qualified energy assessors come out and take a look at that.
And this is a statewide program, correct?
This is actually only limited to the 7-county region around Chicago.
Okay. All right. So 7 counties around the Chicagoland area. So obviously you're Cook and Lake and looking for
DuPage, Will, Kendall.
Okay.
and McHenry. Yeah.
And so the idea behind this is if you're going to do this, these rebates and this money there is not going to last forever. And once you're done, you're done.
Yeah, we've had a lot of pickup over the past couple months. So we have over 1,000, but the money is limited time. Once we're out of money, we will probably lower the rebate. Actually, the utilities will probably continue their rebate. We're just for this limited time adding on to that. So we're really trying to bring a comprehensive package to Chicago area homeowners.
Well, this is all really great information. All right, give me, Daniel, a couple ways now. If people want to reach your organization, give me the phone number and a website.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the best way to get in touch is to call 1-855-9-IMPACT. If you do want to know a little bit more about the program and other types of energy resources, you can go to our website, which is www.energyimpactillinois.org. And there you'll find some of the things I've been talking about today and also more details on the program.
That's awesome. Daniel Olsen, he's a project manager with Energy Impact Illinois. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us this great information. We will also put this information up on WGNradio.com as well as our Facebook page for people who want to link to that. You have a terrific day and stay warm. Stay warm. Stay warm.